What up, guys? How you doing? Going about to go live again for half an hour before I leave. So, see my phone shut off. The idea is half an hour. My phone wasn't charging at the time. It was plugged in, but it wasn't charging. So let's see what's up. How you doing? How's it going, guys? I'll go live for half an hour before I gotta get out of work. Actually, well, I'm off the clock now, so but I'll stay half an hour. I thought my phone was charging last time. I got 63%. So let's see how far this goes. The idea is half an hour goes. If not, then we'll make it. So I'm a host now. Shout out to I believe her name is Fresh. Don't call me now. From Dot Entertainment, and then I'm on Death Before Dishonor Family, which is cool. Yo, big on my respect. Bill, you can make money out here. Points, all this great jazz. I just did a shirt. So the downfall of vinyl, like you don't pay attention. Got a small little piece of green, which is back here wise. So yeah, all my tattoos, all my sayings, they'll eventually be on these shirts. White's cool because it stands out, but I prefer like darker colors because darker colors I can do like use a white base and then use whatever color in the middle wise, so I can make stand out wise. So then my motto to the universe, which I say is that day by day and baby steps. Actually, I haven't done them. I'm gonna let bicep on the outside. So day by day and baby steps, free therapy, life coach, 1,000, keep it 1,000 on real, keep it 100, I'll sell your dreams. And then my podcast, 3D70 Red Pill podcast. So, which I gotta catch up, posting stuff on there. So, which I'm working on now. And then once again, my personal sayings and stuff will be on the back. And we're like, "Oh, you doing merch?" I'm like, maybe we'll see what happens in due time. But just having fun with it because once again, words are powerful, healing, soothing, or very destructive, hurtful. Yeah, I gotta, watch your words because your words keep cut deeper than a knife. Sorry, I'm tired, very tired. Too many lives, too many ones. I need to sleep more. But how y'all doing? How's your afternoon going so far, or evening? And the cool thing was, again, like as an individual, like when you join a family out here, you don't have to, it's your choice. But the cool thing joining a family wise, you can get more like diamonds and beans and like great jazz, blow up more, quote unquote. As an individual on like Death Before Dishonor, the family wise I'm in, I'm like a square, keep it humble. And I was on one of their lives. I'm so bad with names, I'm learning their names, but whatchamacallit, I think he goes by Miss Grapas, I believe, don't quote me, Ebony Queen. She was there with one of her friends on there. And we're just talking about Evan in general, I just in the conversation. And I asked him, well, okay, Queen, I'm asking what you talking about on your live, like just general things, because you gotta do, when you're a host, you gotta do like 2 hours a day or whatever you gotta do, she do hour days. She's oh no, I'll schedule things, whatever, certain subjects wise, and not just jump on, do my thing. I was like, well, that's most definitely. So what about you? I was like, oh, me, I'm a red pillar, square empath, positive person, quote unquote. I think about life, relationship stuff for empath, not to get bad people, about relationships, co-parenting. Yeah, really? Like, yeah, go on. As an individual, I'm here for the girls, women, and single mothers. Use my narcissistic traits, shut up my empathy, sympathy-wise. Boys that lose the disciple narcissistic boys, fuck you in your feelings, working yourself, you want to do self-accountability, your shit, not my shit, And then for the men that want to work themselves, I got you, man. I'm going to get something hella easy. So here's my new one right here. It says, once you love yourself with mind, body, heart, soul, and soul of 1,000, then you will comprehend that true happiness, unconditional love, and support starts with that person in the mirror first. All you ever needed was you. 1,000. So many shirts to come. So once again, all my personal sayings, like my personal ones, will be in my body. I'll get this tatted on myself, and then like the one from once I get next month, the intent to get a sublimation printer wise, that's when I get vinyl's cool, is more authentic wise, but when you get a sublimation printer, you can print out whatever you want and then stamp it onto the shirt, boom, rolling. A lot easier. It's less tedious because that's when I'll start messing with. Pretty soon I'm gonna start playing with Adobe Photoshop because you can do whatever you want on there. And sorry, so that's when you crop, add pictures, do whatever you want with the situation. So I want to do it with Triple X. Because he does, which I'm going to set out, it's a badass analogy. So, when we go to this breakup wise, he's in an interview that asked me, how you doing? He's I feel like I'm dead. I'm alive, but I'm dead. And that's the best analogy because when you go to breakup, physically, obviously still here, but you feel dead, fucking can't function, overthinking, depression, You know, you have no motivation to do shit in life. You want to get out of bed, and then we have kids involved. Fuck, it's forever. You know, it's just like gotta get up, take care of the little ones. You know, co-parenting best as, and when you know your ex comes over and shit, like see each other face to face, it destroys you. That shit sucks. You know, but that's why in time you will progress in life. You have a support team. It's hell of a lot easier by yourself. Yo, you be struggling. Try to fix yourself by yourself. It's like highly impossible. I promise you that. You know, myself, it took me 5.5 years to lose my brother to finally go my first baby mom. That's a long time. It's a long time. I remember in time when you work on yourself and you know study this, you and I know in the universe can't get nor buy back what? Love, time, and emotions. When you comprehend that, why are you wasting the wrong individuals and wrong people by your side, especially as quote unquote potentials? Because they're beautiful, BBLs, OnlyFans, 1,000 supercars, Gucci, Prada. That's man-made bullshit. I'm happy, you know, cosmetic, the body's on point. But that doesn't make me a better person. It's just cosmetics. But if that's what you want to accept in life, your relationship, not mine. You know, as an individual, I want never be in a toxic relationship ever. Not never. When you say never, you know, don't defy logic. You define logic. Use the word I won't ever. I'll avoid. I won't. Any word but never. But if you want to test it out, defy logic. Say I'm never gonna be in a toxic relationship. I'm never gonna drink. I'm never gonna get high. And when you do it, oh shit, what happened? Yeah, you defy logic, man. Lucifer side. I didn't create it. I comprehend it. So. That's the ish, and that's why I'll be on for once again a half an hour before I get going. But I was gonna talk about certain subjects in my one-on-ones. Do want me to talk about? So being in a toxic relationship, first and foremost, you know, if you have no kids, you blessed, dead ass. In the loving, respectful manner. I'm single father of kids. I love my kids, but I tell my kids, yo, don't worry about having kids, no marriage. That's just man-made bullshit. Don't worry about that because that does not guarantee a long-term healthy relationship. It's just movies. It's a flick for a reason. It's nice and beautiful, but real life, is that happening nowadays? Especially this phone, there's any fucking options. You can say technology ruins relationships. You can say that, but in reality, no, it's on the user, on myself. So if I have a girlfriend, which I don't, but let's say I did, and I'm on females' DMs, passing boundaries, etc., you know, mouth fucking, aka flirting, then that's what I'm doing. I'm emotionally cheating. Premeditated, I thought about that. Eventually I'm going to get tired of choice, because it's my choice to do that. Anyone's choice. So with that said, you can't blame social media. Any female that, once again, I have nothing against OnlyFans, but obviously you can tell they're all OnlyFans because majority of the pages and story modes are what? Offering lust. Lingerie, showing the ladies up, peaches, everything. Tweet so much definitely they can make $1 zillion. I already comprehend that. That's why OnlyFans is so saturated. But with that said, that is just cosmetics. That does not make her a better person at all. She be hella toxic, broken inside, ugly inside. But yes, she's beautiful. Yes, she has a nice body. Yes, she's got 1,000 supercars. Awesome. That's cosmetics. But once again, if that's what you want to accept in life, that's out to everybody. You got to study. You know, Blue will talk. Only God can judge. Y'all say that, do that most definitely. Do what I did for 39 years of my life. You know, keep it humble. Don't question God's ways, quote unquote. But in reality, it's He gave us free will. So with that said, I say judge everybody for who they really are. Judge them and read them. One person with tattoos, what do you think? Gangbanger, mafioso, drug dealer, hoodlum and shit. That don't hurt my feelings. I want you to judge me. Now read me. What do I talk about? What's my platforms about? You know, when I make my shirts, what's it about? Is it anything about gang mafiosos? You know, push away? Nah. I look like 10 kilos, but far from the situation, trying to avoid trouble best as, right? So with that said, that's what the potential to be. All the answers to life is, first and foremost, the fountain of youth, all the good shit is the person in the mirror. Everything in the universe starts with the person in the mirror, you. Not your parents, not your kids, not your partner, you. So with that said, in time you'll comprehend that if you choose to work on yourself. If not, wear the mask, Miles. Run from yourself, and like 95% of the universe is broke codependent like I was. You're looking for love and happiness in people and man-made bullshit. But all you're doing when you cuts and wounds, child trauma, bullying, toxic relationships, all you're doing is buying band-aids to cuts and wounds. That's all they are, band-aids. Communication, I've been cheated on. You know, I was verbally physically abused. I did, you know, I traumatized other people. I cheated. Cuts and wounds, man. So eventually when you do choice, which is what do comprehension, why did I do what I did wrong? Why did they do what they did? Etc. Why do I still hate him in 4 years and I still hate him after the relationship? Make that shit make sense. And that's it. That sucks. So eventually when you forgive, communication, not forget and let go. Let go is comprehension. In your mansion, scenario X, you close the door of pain. You do closure for yourself. Now you can see your ex. They could have done you dirty every which way. You could have lost everything. You could have lost your house. It sucks, right? But here's the kicker. All the answers were in front of your face in the beginning. You just didn't know that was. That's the shit. All the red flags were everywhere, but you just let them slide. So you're collecting red flags, not observing red flags, and no green flags at all. Maybe a little bit. Yes, the relationship, yes, there's good in everybody. But with that said, Are you more good than bad, or more bad than good? If you're more bad than good, why are you more bad than good? Which is aka narcissistic wise, right? So that's why the potential to be, yo, judge and read everybody, study me. That's the everyone in the universe. I'll answer in front of your face. Body language, tone of voice, facial expressions, my energy, and the cherry top. Where's my eyes at? If I'm gonna go on a date with the queen, quote unquote, right? Talking on the phone, all the good shit. I tell my hand for a reason. We're talking and vibing, all that good stuff, and then she wants to meet me, go on a date, all that good stuff, and it was going smoothly. And then all of a sudden, we were face to face in the date, having dinner, lunch, whatever the situation is. But she's checking out, obviously me, because right, she wants to quote unquote be with me, get to know me wise, and then she's seeing out the waiter, all the guys walking around, etc. Like, and nothing wrong with looking. You can look like, oh, but if you're gawking, passing boundaries, yeah, you stuck like Chuck. Oh yeah, in Spanish, babas, you got saliva coming out your mouth. Then guess what? That's red flag. She's passing boundaries. So that means she's being lustful and greedy. She can't control it every which way. So what do? I verbalize, yo, queen, chill out. You say you want to be with me, get to know me, all that good stuff. We're here face to face, first time, and you are seeing every guy in the mother. So with that said, I'll be your friend associate. After this, that's all we're doing. What? Just friends and associates, nothing more, nothing less. Why? Because you're passing boundaries. I'm not even with you. And with that said, ladies, the same thing. Verbalize boundaries, but you're scared and quiet because I don't want to hurt their feelings, or maybe there's more good in them. Like, right, you can go more dates. I don't do dates. I just do one date and that's it. My conversation. If she can handle it, that's what you have: girls, women, boys, men. You have adults, adult high schoolers. What's an adult high schooler? Analogy wise, I'm 42 and 18 at heart, right? So it took me 39 years of my life to figure all this out. So with that said, how the hell are you 45 years old in toxic relationships, 50 years old, toxic relationships, miserable as fuck, talking shit to your kids, partners, whomever the situation is? Because you're broke and codependent, you're running from your problems. So with that said, they don't know how to judge and read people correctly wise. I do. So that's why I'm always observant of everywhere I go, anywhere I go. Like Matrix, the movie. All I see is squares, empath, circle, narcissist. But with that said, that's all of us. Everyone's got BPD, empathy. Everyone you don't have to go and get diagnosed. Shit. Why do you do reactive abuse? If you don't know reactive abuse, you become verbally and potentially physically abusive with your partner, your kids, whomever it is, the environment, even yourself. How yourself, because you're going through a breakup and then they leave you. You threaten them, I'm going to fucking jump off a bridge. You start fucking slamming your hands, my exes start slamming your hands on fucking cupboards and shit, breaking fingers. Like, what the fuck? And when, the gaslight memphis, you don't leave. And you won't leave because why? You're scared they might hurt themselves more. They're already doing it in front of your face, right? So you stay there. But here's the kicker. It sucks what they're doing, but they don't know what they're doing. They're just going in desperation mode. So with that said, the intent is I get up and leave and walk away from the situation, right? Take the L, all the great jazz. And if the kids are involved, do cooperate the best as. Her wise, she should get some help wise. And I'll be, hey, as a friend associate, I got you, right? But at the time being, I didn't know this conversation because no one told me this. So with that said, that's why, remember this. If you grew up already, you're graduating shit, you're out of the household, you're already an adult. Even if you're a young adult. I don't even give a shit if you're an analogy adult, high schooler. So you're not my kid. I just worry about my kids, and that's it. Co-parenting, and that's it. I have kids, which I have 8 of them, right? So I only got 2 baby moms. Don't worry, guys. I don't have like 20 baby moms. Only 2. I'm old school, traditional. If I'm with you, be there to thick and thin. But you don't do that corny ass shit. No, if the relationship's toxic, all the red flags are there. The sooner the better you squash the situation. Both of you save yourself not knowing. But if you want to bring kids in the mix, then go for it. It's going to become hella hard to squash the situation. And the more time you're individual, the harder it's to break up with them. I promise you that. I make it sound easy because I worked on myself. 3 years ago, bad breakup, died. Not physically, I'm here talking to y'all, but spiritually, emotionally, mentally wise. Oh, what up, Heaven? How's it going? How you doing? Welcome to live. And that's the shit. That's why I say I just like blue pill fucking comments and shit, statements everything happens for a reason in life. Life's like a puzzle. You put the pieces together. Otherwise, it is what it is. You gotta learn the hard way, which is bullshit because I'm saying. Hey, how's your day going? Oh, I'm blessed. I'm blessed, actually doing good. I'm about to go do gym therapy, clean the house, wash dishes, and then start washing clothes, and then go live again. So I made another shirt. My motto for everybody. Free therapy, life coach, 1,000, keep it 1,000. Then my podcast on YouTube and then Spotify. 3D70 Red Pill Podcast. My motto for everybody, day by day in baby steps. My saying said to everybody, once you love yourself with mind, body, heart, soul, and self-love 1,000, then you will comprehend that true happiness, unconditional love, and support starts with the person in the mirror first. All you ever needed was you, 1,000. So that's good to hear you. I'm about to go to the store. Awesome. What you go shopping? Small run, big run? I gotta do that later too, man. I gotta buy some little groceries. I'm still doing like cooking therapy. Like I can cook basics, but I would love to learn how to cook teriyaki. As an individual, I'm the cheapest date in the universe. House, so buy me teriyaki. I love you. I love teriyaki. I'll keep that shit for the rest of my life. So with that said, what's up, Denise? How's it going? How you doing? How you doing, mana? What you gonna call it? So with that said, that's why eventually I learned how to do that. So today I'm gonna cook spaghetti, go live for like an hour or two, and then talk and vibe. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like everyone, you gotta like, you don't have to. It's your choice. But you want to judge everybody for who they really are. Am I acting nice? Am I being nice? Am I offering love or toxic love? You don't comprehend that? I will destroy you. Yep, going shop. Hell yeah, that's right. Food therapy and cooking therapy. As an individual, I treat everything as therapy. Like when I take a shower, like if there's negativity wise, fresh again. Wash off, etc. Brush my hair out, feel fresh again. I feel like I'm losing my mind. What's triggering them? I'm asking. Like, what are you lost or confused about? If you want to talk about it, remember it's about respecting your boundaries. It's all on you and I'm just here to tell a story and to hold people's hands so they don't feel alone, because trying to work on yourself by yourself is it's really, really hard. If you have a support team, it's a lot easier, because everyone you talk to and they're, having a leverage for manner-wise, we're your therapist counselors, for the most part. I mean, the best therapist, counselor, psychiatrist, psychologist for you individual is who? The person in the mirror. Why? Because you're unique. You know everything about you. I can tell you about you, but I don't know about you like that. Dealing with the guy on hard substances that won't get help. Oh, shit. So with that said, like, not ruling to say, remember, I keep it 1,000. It's just an analogy. It's like when you have to deal with people that are addicts, you're dating loose disciples. They're stuck to like analogy. Whatever your addiction is, it can be drugs, alcohol, pills, casino, gaming, shopping, whatever it is. And, they're pretty much infatuated with the situation. Analogy, whatever, which I say, whatever your addiction is, analogy, the bottle doesn't need you, you need the bottle. So you're broken and codependent of whatever that man-made bullshit is. The thing, you're trying to work on yourself, and then you fall to drugs, alcohol, pills, that is a major hurdle. Then you want to have kids, another hurdle. Then you want to try to, do co-parenting. That's another hurdle. And I'm the guy, I can get up and leave all my kids. Then the mom becomes what? Mom and dad. So women have the hardest. So you have to be careful who you lay down with, who you have kids with. Because if you don't, then, you're going to do a lot of shit in life, So with that said, I can be supportive. But remember, the intent is to match energy and not take energy. If they're taking your energy, why do you allow it? And remember, you can't fix it and save nobody. Nobody can do it for nobody in the universe. The only person can do that for who? The person in the mirror. I can't fix it or save you, and vice versa. You can't do that for him at all. But what we can do for each other is heal, guide, support, uplift, and show my love to each other. And that's how we can do for the whole universe. That's all. I could save a person from a car accident, right? But that is their healing journey from the trauma, PTSD. I can't do that for them. I can hold their hand, guide them. Remind them, right? I'm always here. I'm always in your pocket. You can reach out to me. Well, like my one-on-ones, I'm always reaching out to you and tell you the same story. It's okay. Like I say, it's okay to not be okay. And with that said, I was you. What do you mean? That's the healing journey. You still about your ex? You still traumatized about that? That's the healing journey. You're detoxing from codependence. Well, I need them. No, you don't. You want them if they want you. So, with that said, man, like, I don't know how long you've been with him or been trying to hold him, his hand, guide him, etc. But if it's taking your energy, then remember the stress is a killer. Yes, because that's why your body talks to you. That's why you get sick, you're stressed, you start aging, you look older than you're supposed to be. Why? Because what's your environment? Why is it so toxic? If it's toxic, why are you allowing it to be toxic? For like 5 months, shoot. Well, it's fresh, So that's why it's. Remember this: the longer you're an individual, the more it's gonna hurt to let go. So it's better. Analogy: it's better to die today than tomorrow. So that's why I tell people, this is your choice first and foremost, right? If you want to accept people in life, that is you. That's all on you as an individual. But the downfall when you accept people in life, analogy, it's your hell on earth. It's your own sentencing wise, because like cool scenario. This remember it's all scenario now. You're 5 months in the situation wise. Let's say you do a year. So you got 7 months from now, it's still the same situation. He hasn't progressed at all. Then what? What are you gonna do? And then and you might be like, oh shit, well I feel bad leaving them, because what's gonna happen to them when I leave? That's when you gaslight, manipulate yourself to stay longer, because now you're basically babysitting. But that's not your kid. Kids, the only person that need people in the universe is kids. I have 8 kids. So my daughter, my oldest young, she's about to be 21, so she can pretty much fend for herself. She got a job, etc. If I get up to leave or I pass away, she can find a spot. My boys, they got their moms, right? If I pass away, so the kids need adults, parents. But when you become old enough to be 18 and above, get a job, roof over your head, move out the household, now you become an adult, quote unquote, right? You can't beat the matrix. You maintain it. Roof for your head, job, a whip, a car, and that's it. You're maintaining. Who gives a fuck? What? As long as you do have a job, you blessed, man. Even with the shitty job, guess what? You adapt to the situation best. And people want to make fun of you. Who cares? They can have a fucking Microsoft job, fucking Kim Kardashian money, but how you're a blessed individual. You're not in a toxic relationship, but they are. How are they broken codependent? That's like in the love respect manner. I love making fun of rich people. Like, you have all the money. Where you have a 10,000 fucking therapist, and you fucking partner can being wild bitch about your life and PTSD. Make that shit make sense. You're scared to talk about your feelings? Fuck it. Massive smiles. Take all the pictures, BBLs, OnlyFans. Do what you gotta do to fucking run from your problems, but that can't fix you or save you. And that's a bad situation because hurt people hurt people. So your situation obviously is hurt, right? Fall off the mammy bullshit. So that's why Lucifer's side. Because remember, Lucifer can't get to you as an individual. Like, I don't party, I don't kick it, do drugs, alcohol, pills, right? I only drink when I get my ink therapy because the body's weak, pain hurts itself, all good shit, right? So that's the only time I drink. So casual drink, if you want to call it, right? So he'll use everyone around you. He'll offer you lust, mammy bullshit, drugs. Like, you offer Jesus. I'll give you, so Jesus, jet out. You bow down to me, wise. Praise me, quote unquote. I'll give you all the kingdom, all the women, all the power you want, all the money. God, Jesus, like, yo, I got my father. I'm blessed. I'm good. As individuals, every fucking day above ground, Lucifer's talking to you. That's when we get tired. A little devil, little angel talking to you, a little devil. God, Lucifer, gonna say God, Lucifer. Consciousness, subconscious, right, wrong, yin, yang, positive, negative, good, evil. It's gonna say hope. I dislike the word hope, and then it's gonna say on this side it'll say not idea. Am I saying idea? I have too many words in my head. Oh yeah, idea and faith. Because I don't use the word plan. I don't use the word hope. Hope is gaslighting, manipulate yourself. Planning is gaslighting, manipulate yourself. Because in your head, I plan hope. Scenario, you say with him wise, right? You pray, plan, hope, manifest that he changes his ways to be better. Right? And if he doesn't, which is his choice, but in your head, he already did it. Physically, 5 months in, nothing. 6 months in, a year fucking in, nothing. And you're praying, planning, hoping, manifesting, he changes his ways. You can do all the 4D, 70 matrix, the spells, the Wiccans, do what you got to do, all the soul ties, cord cutting, all that. That is his journey. You can hold that hand and guide him as your friend associate, not as a partner, because it'll consume you. It'll consume you every which way, but that is definitely your choice. So with that said, that's why you gotta make a decision for yourself. Like, it sucks what he's going through, yes. But if it's taking the energy wise, what are you gonna do about the situation? That's the situation right there. You gotta make a choice for yourself. Or stay there, pray, plan, hope. That's why I dislike this word, because in your head, once again, you guys have manipulative isn't gonna work out. And with that said, if it doesn't, then what? Who do you blame? God, Lucifer, him? It's all in front of your face. You know, and it sucks to see people down, but that's why you bitch it out. This relationship's not gonna work out because what you're going through, I'm not trying to leave you, but guess what? It's not healthy for myself. You're taking my energy wise. And you'd be like, if you want to verbalize more, it shouldn't have really happened, but guess what? I don't have to control my heart feelings, and that's where it's very deceiving. Remember this. God, positive talk is beautiful, right? Like the concept of going with your heart feelings is beautiful as an individual. Like what you're doing, I guarantee, because women are pathetic wise, I know you're doing your heart feelings in a positive manner. The downfall, if they're more narcissistic wise, I'm going through it. I'm going to take your energy, I'm going to say it tonight. Oh, yeah, no, I recommend it, man. Like, once again, analogy. It's better to die today and tomorrow because the longer you're individual wise, it's going to hurt more. And remember this, in time when you comprehend this, you and I cannot give no buy back what? Love, time, and emotions. What's up, introduction? How you doing? Introducing, how you doing, man? How's it going? You and I can't get it back at all. So when you comprehend that, why you're wasting the wrong individuals, especially potentially by your side, you can't fix or save nobody at all. And that's why they're called energy vampires. Family's the worst, then your friends, and the worst is partners. So the main reason why, because remember, when you lay down with each other, TLC, sex intercourse, you exchange energy, form a bond, soul tie. Twin flames, whatever word you want to use, but basically you change energy-wise. That's why you got to be careful who you lay down with by your side. Going very well. Thank you for really asking. What about you? Oh, hermano, I'm blessed. I love going live. Deadass. Especially on Big O. Matter of fact, the Big O squad, Likey squad. As an individual, I've been doing live for 3 years now. TT was the main platform, but guess what? This conversation, I'm the devil. It's not the girls, it's not the women, it's not the single mother wives, it's not the men. Oh, shoot. What about?
Hey, what's up? You called me earlier?
Oh, yeah. It's the, I sent you the address wise. He says you've been there multiple times, but
Who is it?
That's the guy, Keith, Ken, whatever. Let me see. I'm still at the office. Let me see.
Oh, you're still at the office?
Yeah.
Mickey shirts? That's what.
Oh no, I'm just finishing up some paperwork wise. But this is the guy, it's the Ken Schiller.
Ken Shitter.
That's when you told me to see him tomorrow, wise. You've been there multiple
Oh,
times.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay, that's what it is.
yeah, so that's what it is. He told me, I wrote it down somewhere, but he told me, Davla Road, but I Googled it,
Yeah,
etc.
Davin Road.
Yeah, but
It's
it's
up on the hill, right?
yeah, but it says South Davla on Google. I'm like, well, this is what it shows. I looked at every which way. So worst case scenario, if you have his number, you can give him a jingle. But that's what I thought. That's what I told him. He said, yeah, you can just call him when you're there, because he wants 2 bids. Something about the driver before and after. I go, he'll know. Like, okay, sounds good. I'll pass it on. But yeah, I go, he'll definitely call you tomorrow.
Cool. Okay.
Cool.
I was like, damn, fucking calls are coming in, huh?
Oh yeah.
No, they're starting to come in, dude.
Hell yeah.
I want to get away from the valley and stop doing all these little jobs from the fucking ISOs that are just trying to fuck people over, dude.
No, I know. Fuck yeah. Here's the deal. No.
The good thing is that these guys, they stole me $5,000.
Yeah.
The one on Lincoln Avenue.
Yeah.
And they're just fucking being picky about it. Hey, you know what? Just fuck you guys. I'm done. I'm fucking done, dude. They're just fucking wasting my time and fucking.
Right. No, that's así por seguro. Rejection is protection. Hey, cool. I'll be here. I'll be in a minute. Bye, boss. All right. Bye. Shoot. Dang. I got boot off the live. So the only down situation is hey, sorry about that, guys. My boss is calling me. He thought that I was after work, but which I am, but I'm still. He's like, you still making shirts? I was like, nah, I actually finished shirts, but anyways. But yeah, I apologize about that. Well, there goes my half hour. So I'm Bigo as I'm a host now, so I gotta do 2 hours a day, which in reality I do more than that. I do like hours. But I love it. Once again, I was saying, Bigo Squad, Likey Squad, as an individual, it's the best app. Bigo Squad, you guys, actually interact, the girls, the women, and single mothers wise, which is beautiful. I love conversations because it's not about I, it's about you guys. Like, I'm blessed in life, everyday background, I'm good. I don't have to stress about it, but I just that best at. But the financial part, that's where I'm like struggling to a certain extent wise, because where I'm from, Eastern Washington, easy way to say Seattle wise, but I'm 3 hours east from Seattle wise. I'm the devil and Lucifer because I have my tattoos is wrong, etc. Wise, so I can't even get a job because blue pillars think I'm crazy. If girls, women have tattoos like I have tattoos, it's all good because that's called sex. Sex, less, feel all the good shit, right? So with that said, it gets in there. The customer come here to buy a soda because the tattoos and her, etc. Wise. Blue pill talk. If I was in Seattle, tattoos don't matter. It's about the resume, the conversation, and they want to see if you're actually a good person for the job wise and so on and so on. But that's why as individuals, don't get discouraged in your environments. That's why you gotta adapt to the situation best as. I work for my boy as a secretary / computer guy. So and then because the job wise, I learned how to make shirts, basic shirts, vinyl, etc., which is tedious, but it's more authentic, quote unquote. But next month I'm getting a sublimation printer. And with that said, I'm gonna have hella fun because I don't have to worry about buy basic shirts, plain shirts to put my pictures back of it. Fuck, look at this one. I can put a zillion pictures on a sublimation printer. If I want to do a lot of vinyl, I could all that to fill, So all my shirts will say my motto for everybody: day by day and baby steps, because that's how we can do in life. That's how you can do tomorrow's the future as it happened. Why worry about tomorrow? Yesterday the past has been written. Or if you dwell on the past, why are you dwelling on the past? Why don't you study why you're stressing about your anxiety, depression, your ex for a reason, quote unquote, right? So let them be. Try to focus your energy on yourself as an individual. That's why once again I give my respect to Beagle Squad. I like it because y'all show love me support wise, and my numbers ain't like massive, but to me it's a lot because I was on TT Live for TT in general for almost 3 years. And I get lives, maybe like 6 to 10 people wise. It might show up to 200-300, but usually when it gets to that point, I get reported. Because it's not, once again, my situation is not the girls, it's not the women, it's not the single mothers. It's the fucking boys. Alphas, machistas, narcissistic boys, every which way. Because I'm talking about them, especially in the Spanish culture. That's why they jump out here. If you see let's say Spanish, like mandilon. Mandilon in Spanish to English is basically, I'm a beta, I'm a simp. I'm too empathetic, I'm too soft, quote unquote, I'm not a man. I'd be like, yeah, you can say that, it hurt my feelings, it's just petty ass words, but with that said, jump in the live, or mind debate, teach me some shit I don't know. As an individual, I knock on all boys. Be like, yo, if you can't teach me shit in life, repo talk about, reactive abuse, traumas and bullshit while you're related to shit, then if you can't do it, then grab your dad, get your uncles, your grandpa, your dead grandpa, bring them on the mix. I guarantee they can't teach me shit. If they're more pathetic, we talking environment, and once again, it's not a war, no competition, but once again, as an individual, I just do repo talk. Life, relationship, suffered, empathize with good and bad people. I give no fucks about man-made bullshit, blue book talk, which is what? Which I'm going to tell in this bottom of my forum wise, let's say, all you 2D people debate about what? Race, religion, politics, COVID, man versus woman, high value man, what color is your Bugatti? Drugs, alcohol, pills, war, COVID. That's man-made bullshit. You can be educated about all that bullshit, but as an individual, how the hell are you educated about all that man-made bullshit, right? Which will do what? It makes money, entertainment, keeping you feeling on top of your feelings. You won't ever progress in life. I promise you that. But as an individual, you can educate everybody about that, right? But answer me this, how the hell you educate people about that? But as an individual, you're still a crackhead, alcoholic, tweaker, doing burger sugar. You're still in toxic relationships. You bitch about my mental health, anxiety, depression, all the PTSD. Make that shit make sense. So why don't you educate people about yourself? Tell your story. How about you work on yourself to progress in life, be positive, not fuck it, massive smiles. I know about slavery. I know about Incas and Aztecs. Before that, I would debate about this man-made bullshit. Hispanic versus Mexicans, Chicanos and Latinos, all this man-made bullshit. I knew my shit, but guess what? That's nothing. It doesn't make you a better person. It doesn't make them a better person. You're just debating about man-made bullshit that you won't ever progress in life, ever. And you sit with your depression and anxiety for years to be in toxic relationships, and then if you don't take care of yourself, bring kids in the mix, join the baby mom, baby father crew, become one of us, then what? Try to do co-parenting best as. But does that really work out for the most part? No, because women are more pathetic, communication comprehension. Men are, aka boys, more narcissistic, communication, no comprehension. Welcome to war, man. And that's related to the shit, with garbage every which way. It's not the women. Yes, you do have narcissistic women, but they're so obvious. The category I created, which I will get to, I'm a body-wise, is not, you can't find this DSM-5 book. So with that said, you have a dark empath. That's basically a person that's empathetic. Now you're learning how to verbalize your boundaries, learn how to say no, right? And you challenge people narcissistic wise. Your parent talk shit to you, your ex talk shit to you, guess what? Fuck you, what? No, fuck you too. You're matching energy, right? So with that said, but the thing is, you're trying to battle them, but sometimes you can't because, remember this, your ex-wise, you're traumatized about situation. So you can try to match it and they surpass you and you belittle you wise, bring out your past, etc. You will probably stay quiet and bow down again, quote unquote. So that's why in time when you work on yourself, you can surpass them and use your narcissistic traits, hate, pride, ego, lust, greed, power, and control them. I challenge anybody. If I tell boys getting the feelings when I say what I say to the fullest, right? Be it Spanish, whatever color they is, especially in my lives. So when they talk this shit, bitch it out. Jump in my life, talk shit about me. But that said, whatever your words you're about to use, I'll use the exact same words plus more on top. And that's called reverse psychology wise. If you get triggered by the same words you're using, then you're struggling. And here's the worst part about the situation. I don't know you. I'm a person going online just bullshit and having fun telling a story, and that's it. On my side, doing communication comprehension. And your side, you struggling, and I hurt you with my petty ass words, the exact same words you was using, then I let you know as an individual, you struggling, you're fucked in life. To be blunt, you're fucked. Because how can I hurt you and I don't know who you are from Adams? Imagine people by your side as a partner, siblings, parents, coworkers. You got to see them every day above ground, love it or hate it. Or you can avoid them best as, most definitely. So with that said, that's why they report my lives and talk their shit. But with that said, anyone talk shit about you if it's not facts, right? If it's not facts, they're doing what? Deflection and projection. Personal issues, don't want to work on themselves, hate, PTSD, etc. Massive smiles. So they're using someone as a punching bag. They project their personal issues onto you as long as they get observed to hurt you, guess what? They're all smiling and bullshit. I went on the live, talk shit to them. Now they're all, getting triggered, sad, whatever, get off the live. Cool. That's their power, the narcissist traits, right? So that's why you'd be observing the situation every which way. So that's why I do my lives to tell a story. I'm not a victim. In the beginning, you go through healing, awakening, awake journey. Those three parts, 3 phases, you have the right to say, I'm a victim, I'm a warrior, I'm a survivor. When you become woke, 1% of the universe, I'm just telling a story. And people be in my lives, oh, you're a victim, you're a warrior, survivor. Nah, I was, you guys, that's why I have a motto, my pain. For everybody, your pain is my pain. I died like you died. A lot of us have very similar stories. The reason why life became hard, if you keep it 1,000, relationships. Only reason why. You're not fucking in middle school going through depression because, yes, you have child trauma. Parents are there. That sucks most definitely wise. But you don't really sit on depression for the most part, right? You get bullied, yes. But remember, the people that are bullying wise, either they're narcissistic because the family at home, Or scenario, their parents are good. Remember, because you gotta dig deep. It's not okay they're being bullies, but why are they being bullies? You got cyber bullies, but why are they being cyber bullies? You know, you gotta dig deeper than just because they're bullies. Little game mafiosos, the hoodlums. Okay, but why are the hoodlums? Because they're bored? No, there's a reason behind the situation. And for the most part, it does start, for sure, at the household. But if both parents are empathetic, love, respectful, wise, go to church, all that good shit, then you know it's not really the parents for the most part. Then what? Cool. At school, who are they hanging around at school? If they're running with people, the like people in the streets, wise, little husbands and shit, guess what? There it is. They're trying to be with the cool kids. The downfall we be with the part of the crowd. The crowd's always gonna get you in trouble. Why? Because the crowd is pride and ego. Hate, all the, it's too narcissistic wise. That's why you become your own crowd and be yourself, then you're blessed. But then what happens? People are narcissistic, the crowd makes fun of you. Oh, you're a loner, you're a dweeb, etc. Who gives a fuck about those petty ass words? Have a good support team, you're blessed. Even if you have 3 or 4 people in your circle, guess what? You two, all your squad, you blessed as an individual. Because you can have 1,000 people, but if you still, going through depression and bullshit, you feel like you have nobody. You can laugh, bullshit, have fun, right? But when you sit down, then what happens? Overthinking kicks in on my neck. It kicks in, then you're chilling. You got depression, my PTSD kicks in, my anxiety kicks in. Why? When anything negative kicks in, anything negative, depression, anxiety, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, like what triggered it? If you was doing good, what just triggered your PTSD? What could trigger your anger? I don't know. In the beginning, you won't know, but that's why you talk to yourself. Because remember this, I don't know what you're thinking and vice versa. That's why everyone in the universe is unique. So with that said, talk to yourself. If not, then reach out for help. Yo, I'm struggling with this situation. Cool, let's talk about it. Sorry, I keep dropping you guys. Which I'm going to call it. They struggle with the situation. So with that, they just progress. The more people in your support team, the more you progress in life. I promise you that. And that's why, on this subject wise, one of my followers, I've been on him on TikTok. Whoops, TT wise. I'm sorry, I apologize. I would get in trouble for saying that. But on TT wise for like almost 3 years wise, and he reaches out to me. I do one-on-ones. I never spoke to him, but just text me. I do audio message today. I'm not gonna type this big old love letter, but here, I'm gonna do audio message. And he was talking about, like this song we haven't heard for a minute, but it's about anxiety. I was like, oh yeah, I go, bro, I know. I go, you probably hear it, and you comprehend it, right? And it hurts and shit because you feel lost, right? And you're in a toxic relationship. I hear it. To me, it sounds beautiful, but he's like, what the fuck? It sounds beautiful. I go, it sounds beautiful to I because I'm overcame that already. I don't have no more anxiety. But you're in a situation where, the relationship's garbage, right? And now you're staying there for the kids. I go, well, that's kind of healthy for yourself because and I go, analogy, you're staying there and that's what, your own dungeon, you're hell on earth because you're saying that, guess what, she's talking to whomever's on the phone wise and she's leaving. So you know what she's doing. So when she leaves, what happens? You sit there with the kids, right? I go, I've been in your shoes before. That's like I'm out of my neck wise. So she could be out there 1 or 1,000, you don't even know that. And she can come back whenever she wants to. And then let's say she comes home late, early in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning, you could potentially get an altercation, right? And the intent not to catch a case, but if you get triggered, reactive abuse, you might catch a case. So you got to be very cautious with the situation. So that's why you got to make a decision for yourself. And take the L, walk away, save yourself. If you choose one, choose your choice. And the kid, I know the kids are involved and it sucks, right? Every kid in the universe wants to see the parents together. The downfall is the kids don't know what parents are going through. Fucking as parents, we don't know what the fuck we're going through. Because we don't know how to do communication comprehension. We're at war with each other. And that's the shit. That's why you gotta be careful. Take care of yourself, wrap it up, all that good shit. So you don't bring kids in the mix because y'all going through toxic relationships. You have no kids. It's in the love, respectful manner. You blessed because why? You don't have no ties to the individual. You get I tell my one-on-ones, no kids. Be like Forrest Gump and run. What? Fucking run for dear life. You don't have to be by their side. Don't be around the perimeter wise because they're always gonna be kryptonite. How? Because on the phone, you can block them all you want. Block them all the platforms, switch your phone up, do what you gotta do. But here's the kicker: if you still live around the area wise, I could go scenario. If I'm being narcissistic, stuck on my ex wise, and she's blocking me wise, cool. But guess what? I know where she stays at. I know where she hangs out around. I'm gonna go where she goes at. And with that said, I can be in her face, lie and bullshit, gas and manipulate. Babe, I miss you. Let's work it out. I fucked up. And the downfall beyond worked on yourself to let me go wise. And guess what? Face to face, I'm your kryptonite. You will give me another chance. And chances, 1,000 chances, right? And that's the intent not to keep doing that. But if you keep giving your partner chances, that lets you know you're in a trauma bond. I own you. Spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. You ain't going nowhere until you forgive, not forgive, then let me go, which is definitely your choice. Do closure for yourself. Until I tell people, you do no contact. That's cool. No contact, block. But remember, when you see your ex, what happens to you? Got to keep it 1,000 with yourself. Do you get scared? angry, PTSD, you know, hurt, etc. Yeah, they verbally, physically whooped my ass, whatever. They cheated on me many, many times. Like, yeah, they did, and it sucks, right? So why do you set your energy on them? Why do you about what they doing? Well, they moved on so fast. You know, that looked happy. Who gives a fuck? Dead ass. Who cares? That's anyone, a scenario. If your ex-partner wise is going body hopping, relationship to relationship, that person, first and foremost, you're broken codependent. Second of all, you're scared to be alone, and you can't fix yourself with a body by your side. So if you fall back, which you take with the women, you guys do this healing journey. As men, okay, boys, for the most part, nah, we do body hopping. We're trying to figure yourself with a body by your side. The downfall of that scenario, they might look happy in social media, all that good shit, might be in your face, you know, reaching out to you. Guess what? She's better than you. All that, whatever they don't throw in your face. They're tricky because they want to hurt you. They don't want you to work on yourself. They don't want you to, you know, proceed in life, quote unquote. And they can call you ugly, fat, and stupid. No one's gonna want you. I'm the best, etc. All the good shit. You're gonna die alone, and you believe every fucking word. The only reason why, because TLC, sex intercourse, you exchange energy, form a bond. That's the only reason why those words are hurtful more than your parents, bullies, people on social media, your fucking boss talking your shit to you. They bother you, trigger, yes, but not compared to a person by your side or your ex-wives. Because why? TLC, every which way. So with that said, that person that they went body hopping with right away, they didn't have to heal. That person, you know, the scenario, I have an ex-girlfriend, right? She moves on right away, etc., all that good stuff. Then guess what? That person, the new person, get destroyed every which way. It's about 30 days to 90 days tops. That's why I give anyone in a relationship your body hopping household, because it starts with lust, then it goes to love, toxic love, and the sparks over. That's all it is. That's all it is, man. If you break it down to the fullest, because why? Well, I think y'all got the looks. Yes, be attracted to potential be wise, but with that said, it's the lust part. Y'all bang like bunnies like porn stars. Do what you got to do, and after you get out of your system, then what? Nothing in fucking common. Nothing in common. Then what? You doing opposite attract. So do we stay there? Do we stop to, oh shit, I'm pregnant. Oh shit, you're pregnant, son of a bitch. Now what we doing? Either do, you know, co-parenting best as, or, you know, stay there for the kid, be a family. Like, it's a beautiful thing in the beginning. And then when shit gets real, then when the baby's here, stress starts happening, you know, it's opposite track. She's in the room, I'm in the living room. Whatever situation is, man. Like, yo, that shit's so unhealthy and toxic every which way for everybody. The only thing is the kid doesn't get traumatized because why? Mom and dad aren't together. But that's why when they get older, you have those conversations with them, those uncomfortable conversations with them to elaborate. This is the reason why I failed. This is the reason why, you know, your mom and dad aren't together, and so on and so on. And then, like, I teach my kids, when you're old enough, I'll have this conversation with you guys, how to teach you how to judge people correctly, wise. If you're middle school, high schoolers, I tell them, there's their little feelings, and that's anything to my daughters, remember, that's all they are, is hard feelings. That's all it is. But can you teach me anything about life? No. So you want to go, if you can't teach me anything about life and love, what true love is, you know, what communication and comprehension is, then guess what? Get in the relationship, but you're going to get destroyed. Typically, the women get more destroyed because, once again, they're more empathetic, men are more narcissistic-wise. And there's a war every day above ground. Is it very unjust? Fuck yeah, it is. That's why I say what I say on my tattoos. All my ink therapy for a reason, to tell a story, to map to life, to crash course how you function as an individual. That's why the good side of you is what? You got love, you're proud and humble. Empathist, empath, that's what you are, more godly-like. Lucifer side, hate, narcissist, pride, ego, lust, greed, power. That's the bad side of you. If I have a partner by my side, right, I'm blessed every which way. She's beautiful, on point every which way, good job, everything. Then she's blessed. Why am I passing boundaries to other females? Yes, common sense. There's beauty and lust everywhere. Common sense. Everyone sees that shit. But with that said, nothing wrong with looking. Yep, she's the best. She takes care of herself on point. Said you go to the gym, she's solid filming with everywhere. You know, do gym therapy wise. But nothing wrong with looking. Yep, she's blessed, and that's it. Go on your day. But I'm looking, gawking and shit, stuck like Chuck. And guess what? And I have a partner that I'm emotionally cheating wise. I can't control my lust because I'm being greedy. Tattoos on my forehead. That's my narcissist trait, which everybody has that shit. Everybody has shit. And then when people make fun of you, oh, so you saw a girl naked, you want to look at her? No, because I got my partner blessed. Oh, you're a faggot, you're gay. Don't get bothered by the petty ass words. They're just fucking words. They will look because guess what? They don't respect their partner every which way. That's the shit, which is to each their own. That's why as partners and individuals, you got to be observant of me as an individual and everybody around you. Body language, tone of voice, facial expression, my energy, and where are my eyes at? The fucking eyes tell you everything about anybody. Why do you think when you look at people right in the eyes, they get awkward? That's the shit. Look at I'm in his lives. I'm looking at you guys, but I'm really looking at myself. You gotta just, you know, commenting up top, and that's it. And that's why, as an individual, the best therapy counselor is you. If you want to do, you can do it once again, journaling, typing. I type, etc. But down, what's faster? Cell phone. Grab this shit. Audio messages. Do audio blogs yourself, right? And then from there, wise, because now you're scared to look at yourself. You're uncomfortable looking at yourself, right? So when you have the courage, the strength to start looking at yourself a little bit, then you do video blogs. That's badass. Because why? Because when you do video blogs, what happens? You study yourself. Like in the beginning, you're gonna feel awkward, right? You know, remember, I'm streaming. You're not streaming. You're not doing nothing. It's a phone. You're recording, and that's it. So if you can't look at, you're talking to yourself about your problems, my kids, my ex, my father, whatever the situation is, but you're talking, but you're looking everywhere but the camera, or you can have the camera. The cool thing is you're being recorded. So when you have, when it's after you do so many video blogs, whatever, I tell all my one-on-ones, when you have time, fall back on them and save every single one of them. Why? Because when you start progressing in your healing journey, wise, let's say 3 months from now, go back 3 months, go back to day one. And you'd be like, damn, I was going through it. Fuck yeah, you was. But guess what? You're doing better because now not focusing too much on your ex-wise. You're not so sad, etc., and so on and so on. That's beautiful. You're the best therapist counselor in the universe. The more people in the support team where your therapist counselor will hold your hand, guide you, because if you're stuck on my ex-wife, why can't I let them go? Well, let me tell you, my little story-wise, let me tell you my one-on-one stories-wise, let me give you ideas, options, scenarios, something to work with, because guess what? Now you have something to work with. You know what? That kind of doesn't make sense. Let me work on that. Cool. Hey, you got an idea. You're not just stuck. I'm a Mexican. That's it. And that's the cool thing of having a support team. I say you have to. The word have it for is triggering, aka narcissistic wise. You should want to. It's your choice. You can't force it upon nobody wise. People like you have a support team. Oh shit, get over your ex already, man. I was here for you for a minute wise, but not no more because I'm tired of this. You're taking my energy, and which they have the right to say that, but that's why you gotta have patience with people. My patience is hella high. With all the people, if you want to see my narcissist traits come out, which I'm working better on myself, my 5 boys, it's a lot having kiddos, man, especially when they're, young, etc., co-parenting, great jazz. It's a lot going on. That's why I have my respect to all the mothers out there, single moms, because now I know how it is to be mom and dad, That's what I tell my boys. I love y'all, I want you to do better for yourselves, but, you guys are a lot at once. Man, I go, on this side, you have your mom and dad. My side, dad, no mom, so it's myself. So with that said, I love you guys, because it'd be like, when I do co-parenting on the weekends, right? Saturday night to Sunday night, basically 24 hours wise. So my ex and her hubby, they'll go to wherever, go out to casino, go out, and then, my kids be like, well, where's mom at? Especially my stepson, my son, my oldest. I'll be, calling him, I go, let them be. Because, he'll blow them up. I'm like, yo, let them be. Why? I go, they need their space. They're with you basically 7 days a week. I'm here co-parenting wise, I said all the great jazz. So as parents, we need breaks also. Let them do what they want to do, etc., and they'll be back. Don't worry, and I'm here with you guys. So I'll do best as with you, etc. I know you miss them, but remember, they're with you all the time. I tell them my side, my co-parenting, because I tell my boys, you're here with your mom and dad over here on this side, right? So when I leave here, you bother me, trigger me, I get in my van, go back home, an hour west, boom. I got 6 days to myself. No kids, your sisters are older, so they can fend for themselves. They're not your age, so. They don't really bother me for the most part. I'm basically by myself, chilling. So, are you home? No, I'm actually I'm at my boss's office. I'm about to leave in a minute. But with that said, that's why I talk to my kiddos. So I go, when you're older, I'll hold you and guide you. I'm the best teacher in the universe. Because none of your family on my side, your mom, dad side, on this side, they can't teach you any of this tattoos. None of this stuff I have my stories, etc. at all, So... But that's the cool thing when you do the healing, awakening, awake journey. We all have our own metaphors, analogies, or stories, etc. wise. The intent, when I tell everybody, use the phone correctly, do YouTube, podcast, etc. Do your lives, tell your story, even if you're going through it. So the cool thing is, some of my comment, guess what? I'm going through it too. Oh shit, you are. Let's say they're more healed than you are. They give you advice every which way. They give you little scenarios, options. That's fucking beautiful. And that's why, I love technology. If you use it correctly, we talking and vibing, networking, what I'm doing. If you use it incorrectly, you do the phone, social media party, Jada, August, Williams, entanglement, and relationship. A and B, Will Smith and Jada Smith. A and B, and that's it, not August. C through Z parties, entanglements. And their relationship was more like a poly open swing relationship wise, but she broke the rules. So that's why premeditated. That was her. I'm going to eventually get tied above and say choice. So it's a premeditated choice every day above ground to do right or wrong. So if you can't stay loyal, don't be in relationships. Be in poly, open, swing relationships. Even when you're those type of relationships, verbalize the boundaries every which way. How so? So like me, I talked to somebody when I was there in polys. I'm like, well, do you guys talk about jealousy issues? What are you okay with? What do you mean? Scenario. we're in a poly relationship, right? And I'm gonna ask you. So if you see, let's say you're chilling at home and you see me in the streets and I'm hugging on a girl, you said, why is that gonna bother you? Cause I'm gonna let you know if you're hugging a guy, I don't care. Cause yes, you're my girlfriend, my main one, quote unquote, but we're in an open relationship. You do you, I do I. Take care of yourself, I take care of myself, and so on and so on, right? Which is my choice, which is your choice. But a lot of them, like, I never thought of that. Like, you gotta talk about that, man. Because remember, maybe a lot of guys are narcissistic wise, they're greedy about the situation. They'll be like, well, you can sleep with girls all you want, but I don't want to sleep with guys. It's kind of a double standard. They say, well, I want to sleep. You can sleep with all the girls you want. I want you, I want to sleep with guys also. I don't like that. Well, there you go. It's a little dilemma. The little red flag pops up. So now what do you do about the situation? Do you continue with the poly or you squash it? Or do you adapt, accept, you know what? Fuck it, I'll listen to him, I'll be submissive, and I'll listen to him. Fuck all that bullshit. This is your life, not their lives. So do what you want to do with whom you want to, who-wise. But you verbalize everything day one, not day 100, day 1,000. Like me, 10, 11 years ago, I said I wanted my benefits. Not fuck buddies. Everyone's like, do fuck buddies? Like, no, benefits. What is it? I'm your friend. We're doing benefits of situation TLC. But I would tell them, remember, this is the fake image of love story. I'm not your boyfriend. You're not my girlfriend. So you could do whomever you want, vice versa. Just take care of yourself. If you see me in the street with a female, hugging, etc., don't check me. I won't check you at all because I'm not your boyfriend. You're not my girlfriend. And they were cool with it, And that's the shit. So they intend not to do that, but you could do that every which way. And that you said that was technically a poly, but in reality, I was with nobody at all. I was not in a relationship with nobody. I was just doing my thing. What do your 1 + 1 = 3 tattoos mean? Oh, awesome. You saw that? So SOS, stuck on stupid. 1 + 1 = 3, right? So you can call someone dumb by saying, when they're wrong. Scenario like, if I go to, the market in Seattle wise, right? And if I say it's 4, $4.50, but they only give me 4 because they want to shortchange me. And I'll play stupid with them. I'll be like, and I'll be, it's $4.50 and I'm just giving you 4. And I'll be, hey, dumb question, go for it. 1 + 1 = 3, right? No, that's wrong. It's 2. I go, here's the kicker. So when I give you 4, I tell you $4.50, so it should be $4.50, not $4. So you're doing 1 + 1 = 3. Wrong answer. Excuses in life, and they get mad. Everyone's like, you're funny. I was like, yo, it's all about analogies, metaphor. You kill people with kindness, man. So when you have bullshit excuses in life, like my family knows, my peoples, when I throw the deuces up, what's up with that? I'm not the one to throw bullshit excuses with. Stop doing that, Oh, I love that. Hey, thank you. No, it's about analogies and metaphors because you can kill people with kindness, and that's why, like, anyone that's a poet, music artists, they're fucking beasts. Like, my gift is talking. That's it. Like, everyone's like, you can't write. Nah, I just speak my mind. That's it. That's hard enough. Oh yeah, I keep it 1,000. Keep it 100. Traditional corny ways, I will sell you dreams, all that good shit. What they doing? I keep it 1,000 round real. Like, don't sell me a dream. Are you Muslim? No, I'm, born and raised in Catholic, but I every day I go to church, I go to church with God. We talking about God. So eventually get tied on me. I sit at the top of the mountain with God, Lucifer, the universe. I have nothing against nobody's religion, culture at all. As long as you show love, respect, we talking and vibing. I don't care if you're Muslim, Buddhist, whatever you are, because with that said, everyone in the universe, everyone's taught different from your parents. Whoever taught you about your parents about scenario, someone teach you about your God as a rock. I won't disrespect that because that's what you taught. As long as you show me love and respect, and vice versa, we match energy, we talking and vibing. Don't force your ways and vice versa. We blessed every which way, And that's what it's supposed to be. Like, the downfall is man-made bullshit. Everything's changed. Everything's changed every which way. So, thank you for the gifts. Freaky head, thank you. But whatchamacallit, I just want to learn respect to everybody wise. What's the tattoo on your forehead? Oh, Bible talk, right? So right here it says Genesis 2:16-17 wise, because I was going to, 3 years ago, I went through my breakup, right? Raised the Catholic, all the good stuff. I wanted to figure out the answer in the Bible because the Bible is the oldest book of the universe, right? But I want to see what empath and narcissist, good and bad people, the BPD empathy, where it all started at. And it's right at the beginning of the Bible. Talk about, built 7 days, 7 nights, all the good stuff, built the universe, palm of his hand. But then it goes to the part where it's Adam and Eve, right? So that's when God tells Adam, check out, Adam, you can eat wherever you want to. Be right there from the Garden of Eden. You got the tree of knowledge and tree of life. So the tree of knowledge, don't eat from there because you will certainly die, right? It says Genesis 2:16-17 wise. Because that's the answer I was looking for. Because remember, physically they didn't die. Spiritual, emotionally, mentally they died. How so? Because that's when Lucifer, God said, Eve, God's creator, why would he kill you guys, etc. It's just the fruit, eat from there. And she did. Look at that, you see? I was lying to you. You didn't die. Yeah, physically she didn't die. Then Adam respected because his wife. He ate from the apple, etc. wise, and boom, that's when we got BPD empathy. That's why when God rose up, oh shit, I'm naked. They could have been naked for like 10,000 fucking years. Who knows, right? Because back then, supposed to be a longer life, all the good shit. And now it's said the naked, yeah, because spiritually, emotionally, mentally, they died every which way. So with that said, who's your, and to trigger the people, all the therapists, counselors, psychiatrists, religious people, when I say that everyone's got BPD, MPD, oh, that's not true. Hey, I didn't write the Bible, right? It's all this book of the universe. For the most part, there's so many versions of it, but they're all pretty much similar, right? So who's your first narcissistic, sociopath, psychopath? Because all of us are narcissistic, all of us become sociopath, psychopath if you get triggered, right? So with that said, who is it? Adam and Eve's kids. Cain killed Abel over what? Not 2020 bullshit. Drugs, alcohol, pills, Russia, Ukraine, Gucci, Prada, bitches, gang, mafioso, all that man-made bullshit. No, over jealousy. How so? Because, well, how'd it go? God was talking to Abel, and then Cain brings the best sheep. Why? What up, God? Shit, this is my best sheep. I grazed it, took care of it, etc. God's like, that's nice, cool, right? In the relationship manner, and he continue on conversation with Abel. Lucifer rose up. Guess what? And that part is not the Bible, but I guarantee that's what happened. Because remember, consciousness, subconscious. Consciousness is God, subconscious is Lucifer. So with that said, their words, your voice. So Lucifer gaslit, manipulated Cain wise, you see that? God loves your brother Abel a little more than you. Now what are you gonna do about it? So what did Cain do? Took his brothers out, right? He took his brother out and shit. And then God rose up, hey, what up, Cain? What's going on? Where's your brother Abel out? I don't know. He's trying to go and do his thing maybe. That's funny to me. Why? Because I smell your brother's blood where, created your father at. You killed your brother. There's your first narcissistic psychopath. So which I'm going to get that tattooed on me also. There's going to be certain parts of the Bible I will get tattooed on me. Why? So anyone's religious. But let's talk about it. Oh, minded, we're talking about vibes. You're never minded, I'll get you your feelings. And you go get your priest, go get your bishop. I don't care. I'm not being rude to you, but let's keep it 1,000. Tell me I'm lying, Thank you. Growing up in Jamaica, we had to read the Bible. Now at 26, just begin to read it again. Oh yeah, no, you're totally welcome. No, it's like if you read the Bible wise, for the most part, it's like it's old school terminology, right? But all the answers are there. Every time there's an altercation with infidelity, gangs, mafia, back in the day wise, it's all there. It's your choice to do right or wrong. Every day above ground, we got choices. If you're 25 and under, this phone is your fucking kryptonite. You're brainwashed with entertainment, social media, that you have no choices. Go with the trend. Gotta be Gucci and Prada, whatever the fuck it is. Like, no. Every day above ground is your life. What do you want to do? Got choices? You got choices. Right or wrong, positive, negative. Drugs, alcohol, pills, off your dome, off the world's fucking dome. That is definitely your choice. But with that said, why do you want to do wrong? Why are you mad? I don't know. You don't want to figure it out, And I promise you 1,000, the majority of issues for everyone going on is relationships. Relationships can make you, break you, definitely destroy you. Words can heal you, trigger, definitely destroy you. Watch your words, because words can deeper than a knife. 1,000, right? I comprehend that now. It took me 30 years of my life in this lifetime to comprehend all the shit that I'm saying. I can't be mad at my parents because they don't know. This is Japanese to them. I'm considered crazy. My dad makes fun of me, and I love his favorite man, at the markets. Oh, yeah, that's your son? Tattoos. Oh, yeah, my son's crazy and shit. If I was, getting my feelings about it, have my child trauma, oh, shit, I'd be probably get mad at my dad, check him out there. Dad, stop saying that shit. No, this is Japanese to them. Remember this. Our parents and grandparents, their generation, and their mindset is pretty much set. If you was to have this conversation with them, you'll be like, yo, this is Japanese. You sound crazy. But that's it. Don't let them hurt your feelings. Because remember, everyone has their own mental capacity-wise and the way it was taught. So the intent is, as an individual, you break the what? The generational cycle. Once you break it, you start getting your life back. Well, that's what I'm saying. The healing journey is very painful because why? First and foremost, you're detoxing from what? Codependency. I need my ex. Why do you need them? They don't want you or nor need you. They're not by your side. Toxic as fuck, right? But we're brainwashed that we need people, right? And then from there, wise, when you start speaking healing journey, detoxing codependency, right? Awakening, focus more on person in the mirror and yourself. Less about your ex-wife, more on you. And now you're speaking positive, spiritual, all this good shit. Damn, you're crazy. That girl guy destroyed you so much. Now you're speaking spiritual and shit. And you wasn't ever speaking spiritual, nothing positive. All of a sudden, boom. Now you want to be like a life coach. You want to be Mr. Positive and shit. Like, yo, I'm figuring life out. I want to figure out why I died from a relationship. Why I'm doing the same toxic relationship again. Why do I, as parents, right, single parents, why do I keep having kids with the wrong individuals? There's got to be a reason behind the situation. That's what I wanted to do 3 years ago. Had a support team, 10 libraries. I love them. I had 10 people to talk to. 4 locally, 3 through IG, 3 through Facebook. I love them to death. And remember, everyone comes in this is a blessing and a lesson. They can stay here for, supporting for a minute, or they can get up and leave. As long as they did their part, they got you, they pick up when you're down. So I have my personal healing notes and their healing notes. all my healing notes, my personal notes, and theirs will be tied on my body because that's why I'm saying what I'm saying, and make it sound easy because I had to support you. I love them to death. Without them, I would have been like probably fucking like a lot of us, trying to figure myself with myself years to be. I didn't tell my ex then. I was like, yo, I'm not doing it 5.5 years. She's like, what? I am not doing 5.5 years to get over you. Fuck no, there's got to be a reason, And I figured it out. Speaking of truth, thank you, BFLA. Gracias. Museum, you're welcome into the strongest evidence of escape from the ability to hide your status of change. 1,000. Very well said. Oh, what up, Fresh? What's up, man? How you doing? How's it going? How's your day? How's the family? And thanks again for doing, helping me be part of your agency and then being a host. Thank you every which way. LOL. It'd be the way God will make the decision for you. If you're hard of hearing, God will break you. Right? Down so he could build you up stronger. Almost definitely. Here's the kicker. God, he forewarns you every which way. We have choices. We got to see if we're going to choose right or wrong. Sending gifts. Oh, thank you, Fresh. Thank you, mana. And my phone's about to die, guys. So I got maybe 2 minutes left, and I have to jump off. So. But I'll jump back on in a minute. Boom. So that's I got 2 minutes, and I'll get off. Give me a couple hours. I got to do gym therapy, and then start washing clothes, and then I'll jump on for another 2 hours. So, but I tell you, I'm always in your pocket. I make it sound hella easy, right? But I have a support team, so. If you're not a support team, if you give me your hand. As a friend associate, I can pick up 1,000 times. And that as a partner, I can't fix you or save you. And that's why you verbalize boundaries, because when you start helping others out, they might start catching feelings for you after you verbalize your queen. Just keep it humble. Your heart and feelings, I know make you feel good, but in time you will figure things out. Let me just hold your hand, guide you. I can't fix you or save you. I'm not even trying to hurt you, but how are you gonna hurt me? Because I'm more healed than you are. I don't want to push you away, etc. Because you're trying to take my energy and love and respect from manner wise. Where am I from? It's either say Seattle, Washington. I'm 3 hours east from Seattle, but this is Little Mexico. Where I'm from right now, locally, originally from, I'm considered crazy, man. Everyone looks at me. The brown people look at me. I'm the devil. Like they turn and look away, right? Seattle, my real home. That's extroverts, but I go there tomorrow for the farmers market for my father. Wise right there. The women love it. Guys will look too, but they won't. Sometimes they might ask you, but they won't. It's the girls, women, single mothers. They have my tattoos, see my shirts, my models and stuff. They're like, hey, you're speaking some good stuff. I go, and I'm not back in rights, but it's my pride ego that I control it. I know I am. I'm just telling a story. I'm here for the girls, the women, and single mothers. Boys, if you're narcissistic, you're fucking body hopping, the man who all this alpha is bullshit. I run the show. I can have all the women you want. Yeah, you're fucking lose the disciples. Fuck you and your feelings. I don't give a shit about you at all. Narcissist traits, shut up my empathy, sympathy for them, right? Men, they working on yourself. Yo, we talking about Bible, and I got you. And that's the cool thing. In time when you're working yourself and you master your narcissist traits, hate, pride, ego, lust, greed, power, you conquer them. Now you become, it's better to be a warrior and a guard than a guard in war. So when you're more pathetic, trying to be a guard in war, you will get demolished verbally every which way. When you're more narcissistic wise, you control those. Yo, you can slaughter anybody. Blue pillars, I'm gonna whoop your ass. All this shit. My lives would be like, if I was there, I'd be, what would you do with my ass? Then you're a blue pillar. Take the red pill, kill me and destroy me with words. Trigger my PTSD, anxiety, etc. Wise. Talk about my kids. But with that said, I'm just forewarning you. I do reverse psychology. I do the exact same words plus some. And when you dying and crying about those petty ass words, how? Shoot, my phone's about to die. I like this room. You talking facts? Oh, thank you, Queen. No, I'm just telling a story. I tell you, I've been telling the story for 3 years now. To my last dying breath, I'll keep telling the same story. Only one person has called me out in the love respect man. Yo, you still, but she said you're still telling the same story, but you're stuck on your ex. I'm like, no, I don't talk about my ex wise. I'm talking about relations in general wise. So I'm just telling you my story sometimes or people's stories to guide you, forewarn you, so you evolve in life or stay in your feelings. That's definitely your choice. The intent is not to, right? The intent is to ask questions, but people are scared to ask questions. Once again, man, if you use the phone correctly, technology, we're talking about it. That's why I choose to do. I chose 3 years ago, right? That's how Jesus, Crown of Thrones, Crown of Thorns. I'm sorry, very exhausted, and I speak fast, so I'm trying to slow down. So bear with me. But with that said, 3 years ago, I chose to tell a story, right? I was going YouTube, I was doing IG's Facebook lives, but it's not about cloud recognition, but I'm just like, yo, like, it's 2020 then, right? Man, we don't have no voice. Only if I have, if I'm fucking famous, I get a business on social media, that's when I have a voice. That's when people start listening to me, Wes. So how do I get people's voices? I mean, their attention. Ink therapy, every which way. Women, 1,000. Kids have voice. Us men, we don't got shit at all. At all. It sucks to say, but that's why in the older generation, the female, especially in the Spanish culture, they ask you, why'd you put tattoos on your face? Like, why don't you use your voice? They go, miss, no respect to you. In your generation, your time back in, I wasn't born, I don't really want to say that. Man's voice was powerful. Not no more. Your voice is way powerful. You're older than I am. You just don't know that yet. This phone, any female live on any platform, look at the numbers. They're getting, notice when I say this, especially they're offering less, showing the ladies all peaches us together was. Yo, fucking, there's, thousands of likes, getting gifted like by cyber tricks every which way. And look at zillions of followers, they're social media famous every which way. I haven't done against what they're doing. They can be OnlyFans, more power to them. But they can't teach you what I'm teaching you at all. That's why I love very respectful manner, because I use my narcissist traits. I'm first on sour, right? Narcissist traits, I control them, then I'm sweet, I elaborate. So the OnlyFans, yes, queen, beautiful, BBLs, OnlyFans, all that shit. Yeah, and especially OnlyFans, I say the rich people, I put them in the rich people status household. Because when rich people are sleeping, they getting paid, you know that, right? So now when you have OF, guess what happens? When they sleeping, the queen's wives, they're making money like people, because when they wake up and new subscribers, all this good shit. So I call them rich people status every which way. So that's why I tell them, especially my DMs right here, they'll be like, fucking, no, what I say, but OnlyFans is so robotic. Where you from? What are you doing? And typically, I'll play stupid with them. Oh, I'm from Seattle. Oh, no way, I just moved there. It's so fucking robotic. And then I send a positive message. My message is a Bible. It's a big ass Bible. And it's my personal message to everybody. I'm not going to type it up. No. Copy and paste in my clipboard, right? It's pinned. And they'd be like, what's this? I'm like, well, Queen, it's a positive message. If you ever feel alone, if you want to talk about something, I'm always in your pocket. That's all it is. But I know being positive and being nice is wrong. And then be like, something be like, what are you trying to sell? Queen, no respect to you. I'm not trying to sell what you're trying to sell. I do free therapy and life coach. I don't charge nothing. If you want to donate, that's on you, not on I. So I'm just here to remind you, you're not alone. And then they'll block me, or, back to, I want to get to know you. Like, I'm like, yo, I don't respond at all. I'm like, yep, blue pillar. And yes, once again, they make $1 zillion. They make more money in my lifetime, easily. But do I worry about $1? No, because remember, money, if you're financially well off, you're blessed on that part. But how answer this, Matt, how you still have like anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues. Why in your mansion, the song from and after rap part is, why are all the doors of pain wide open? Why? Because you haven't let go. You haven't let go of your exes, past pain, toxic love, trauma, and child trauma. And the bottom says, triggers what? Capital letters, overthinking and reactive abuse. If you don't know what reactive abuse is, that's become verbally and potentially physically abusive. Your narcissist traits, learn how to control them. If not, hit somebody, catch a case. And they're not the person that hit you at all. They don't want to talk shit to you. But you just built up, you don't want to talk about it, and that's very, very unhealthy. Very, very unhealthy. Oh shit, that's deep. Oh, thank you. Nah, I keep it 1,000. I'm saying like one of my followers. I'll get up on here. Sorry guys, sorry Twitch.